Shem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. This is Malak Magania, James Toronto 2, and on my channel, James Wisdom. And hopefully, in the spirit, Lord willing, I'll get to upload these videos now on Odyssey, right? But I will have them also in the storing bank. And basically, just to give you a quick rundown, while you haven't seen me for quite some time, like I said, all my channels were taken down. Some were just due to strikes, but more importantly, the strikes came from the videos, the hundreds of videos that was made years in advance through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yeshai from 2016. So, and also the last 2 years, just before, the C19. Now we have to talk a little bit different in spirit and in truth. Okay, all those videos were taken down. Okay, but anyway, this proves that it's a witness against these people and also a witness against 2/3. Okay, so this is the Lord's show, and the show must go on. And definitely there's going to be a great backlash from Yahweh Shem Yoshai, right, in the light of Bible prophecy. So let's get into it real quick here. I'm just going to share this video with you guys today. I did the research. I'm looking at the headline right now, just like how it says here. So just before the first lockdown, early 2020, right? I should say, yeah, just before it was implemented. Okay, it's been two years running now, almost 2 years. 2022 is going to be 2 years. I'm not sure the date, but simply put, y'all need to understand that before, the inoculations, before the BAJ came into picture, there were lockdown procedures for everyone. Now, the lockdown is really geared to the unvaxxed, and that's what this video is about. Real quick, so I got a bunch of scriptures lined up, but let's move as the Spirit moved me. So it says here, right as you're reading, the government of New Brunswick. That's New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Now, there's a lot of Jakes up here, okay? This is a lot of Jakes. The tribes are up here, okay? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Gad, they're all up here in Canada. That's where this is. So this is a serious thing. Now, I live in another province, and they push this same title that you see here, okay, with the, like I said, at the beginning of this thing. But now, like I said, it's for the people who are unvaccinated. Right, so it says the government of New Brunswick is allowing grocery stores to refuse food to unjabbed human being. The people have had enough. So that's what this thing is about. So I'm going to just play this for the seconds it is, so you guys can hear these people shout. And then I'm going to read the article, okay, because I'm looking at the article here, and then I'm going to go into the scriptures. Okay? Show you where we are in this time. Okay, all right, I'm going to hold it right there, all right? So basically, we have to understand that prophecy must be fulfilled. The prophecies are flying off the headlines, man, flying off the pages of the scriptures. But what you people need to understand, the elect understands this, but for those who will see this video through the spirit and power, okay, all of what you're seeing now, the men of the Lord have prophesied this in the scriptures. We've been saying it for years. That's why they took down our videos, okay? So I just want to be clear with that. Now, let me get to this article here. It says, right, in this article, the latest news articles, it says Canada breaking news, no jab, no food, New Brunswick grocery stores can now ban unvaccinated shoppers. Okay. All right, so we're going to see in the scriptures if this is lawful. In other words, men's laws, but we're going to see if this was prophesied before, that they would do this. Okay, we're going to see what this is. Right? So, Breaking News International, it says, as a matter of fact, let me just read the title of this this article. I'm going to give you the name of the person. 6 days ago, 34 comments, 3 reads. It says, no BAJ, no food, New Brunswick grocery stores, right? New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. New Brunswick, I believe, wait a minute. Yeah, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. I just mixed up everything there. Okay, so forgive me with that. So this is a different place in Canada, New Brunswick, and then you have Nova Scotia. Okay, that's a different place, but Jake is everywhere, but the tribes are still up in there in New Brunswick. But what I was trying to say earlier was in Nova Scotia, there's a lot of Jakes, okay? Like I said, the tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Gad, etc. All right, so it says no job, no food. New Brunswick grocery stores can now ban unvaccinated shoppers. 6 days ago by Harry Johnson, 34 comments. So this is a real clip that you guys are seeing here, and all you have to do is just type that in. Okay, and there's the politician right there. But let me just get into it here. So with no further ado, I'm not going to try to spend too long because I'm just going to go right to the scriptures. So the first scripture is Revelation 13. We're going to go there, right? Actually, let's go to Ezra's, right? Because let's take into account what is happening. This is 2nd Ezra's 15 and verse 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. There's something to be said about that, because the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai, controls both sides. He controls the right and the left, good and evil. He runs this thing. But his elect is going to bring the straight truth, like you see here in the light of Bible prophecy, from the tree of life by his spirit. Okay, so let's go back to the headline. Okay, the headline of what you see here. So it says the government of New Brunswick, the grocery stores, to refuse food to any unjabbed human being. The people have had enough. That's why that march. So let's go to the scriptures. Let's see if these scriptures match this headline, okay? All right, so this is Revelation 13 and verse 15. And it says, in closing, these are my final scriptures. Like I said, it's basically straightforward here. So this is prophecy. And it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That's the dragon that goes back to Esau, all right? Esau, and throughout the history, it later became it later became the pagan Rome and to papal Rome, okay? And then it later became the image of the beast, okay, which goes back to America and NATO, right? You know, because the image of the beast is the life. It's what holds up. It's all the rules and regulations, right? The image, right? Along with this, I'm trying to say the word here without getting too funny with it. I never planned to go into it, but since I'm breaking it down, I have to say it. But this so-called BAJ, okay, and what's also coming with that BAJ. But understand what the scripture says. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right, which is the philosophies and so forth like that, the whole aspect of it, okay, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now, in these seditions, people are going to get injured. People are going to lose their lives. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's get to the point. The point of this video is in verse 17. Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. So this is, we call this the charagma, this mark. Okay, it's the charagma. All right. So that's what's left to come. Right now, as I speak to you, okay, that is not mandatory yet. Okay, but what is mandatory is what we're talking about. Okay, and they're using these grocery stores and big box stores, etc., to push this thing. All right, so here's the point, verse 17. Okay, of the image. Okay, part of the image, one of the tools of the image that leads you to get that charagma in verse 16. It says, and that no man might buy or sell. That no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, save that he had the mark, okay, the charagma, or the name, right? So what is the mark? The mark is the microchip, or the MC. I said it. Oh, well, okay, is the microchip, and there's nothing new about that, right? And the name, right, which is NATO. The name of the beast is NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay, great big corporations. And then he says, for it is the number of a man. All right? As a matter of fact, let me just kind of mix up the scripture there. Let me just go back. Bear with me. Right, I jumped down to verse 18 there. So it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, which is the microchip or the charagma, or the name, which is NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or the number of his name. That number is 666. Okay, so that's the point. Okay, all right. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully that this video, like I said, I'm just going to get straight to the point. Go straight to the point of what's going on with this. And that's all I had. Verse 17, they're making the point of where we are right now. Because this hour of temptation, when you go back to Revelation 3 and 10, is coming upon the whole world. So the Israelite world, namely the elect, the 1/3 that is there, that is pushing, and then going into the four corners. So everybody will be affected. All right? And so with that, I'm going to say all praises to Abba Shem Yoshai. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule and teach well in spirit and in truth. And hopefully this video was edifying. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.